Hello, let's just begin. Good afternoon, everyone. Um, Hello, this is the workshop on Hooked on Chaos about why are we addicted to drama in love and life. I hope you guys are doing okay, and I hope you guys have your water bottles with you and are very comfortable. This won't be a really long workshop. It will last probably about 45 minutes or an hour, hopefully. And if you guys have any questions, leave it in the chat box. I would really appreciate you guys being active. And then अगर कोई और भी questions है which you guys would like to ask and not in the middle, you guys can wait after the workshop and we'll be happy to answer. So let's just begin. So here's a little about me, your host. My name is Sahreen Wahab. I'm currently a practicing counselor at Mindtribe. I hold a master's degree specializing in clinical psychology. Well, the reason why this topic matters to me is because it's a shared human struggle, right? Emotional chaos isn't just drama and overacting. ये तो ये है वो है. It's often a trauma response in disguise. So many people are living in that cycle without realizing, and it keeps on repeating. And it's not just fixed एक कोई age group के लिए. It happens to we actually have seen a lot of people go through that of every age group. I hope you guys also understand Hindi. So if there's something you don't understand, please let me know. All right. So this workshop is basically about unpacking that with honesty and compassion. Well, you got to know a little about me. I would like to give the space to my co-host Nihal. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's workshop. I am Nehal Jain and I will be the co host. I work at Mindtribe as a trainee counselor, and my specializations include stress, anxiety, depression, and trauma. I'm looking forward to all the interactions and thank you all for joining in. So before we get started, let's look at some ground rules. Yes. So whatever is discussed in the group will stay in the group. So everything will be kept confidential. This is a non-judgment zone, so feel free to share your thoughts and opinions. Please be respectful for others' journey and listen to them and give them space to share. Participation is optional but encouraged. For that, you can either raise your hand or write in the chat box. Also, please don't take screenshots or record the presentation and keep your mics and cameras turned off throughout the workshop. Thank you everyone for your patience and over to you, Therin.
Thank you so much. Well, the ground rules were clear, and I'll be talking a little more about the workshop. Well, it's objective. So we are here to understand why emotional chaos can be so familiar and addictive, and we'll also explore the psychological and the neurological roots of drama patterns. We'll basically be learning practical tools to move towards emotional balance and healthier correct connection. Like if you feel like you are stuck in a chaos, or if you are the chaos, there's no shame in that. Obviously, we are here to just heal and help ourselves. So we learn few tools. We learn few about a few tools that we can practice outside this workshop as well. All right. So here's a little question before we begin with our entire workshop. If your love life or close relationship were a TV show, what what TV show would it be? I would really appreciate if you guys would answer in the chat box. Mr. Bean. All right. I wonder why did you say that? Tarak Mehta, uncertain. Makes sense. Um, you guys have such funny responses. Doraemon, maybe. All right. You have some really interesting responses. Can't think of anything. That's all right. Tom and Jerry. Best of luck, Nikki. All right. we have some really interesting TV shows mentioned here. That's great. That's great. So let's move on to understanding what is emotional chaos, right? So it. Oh, we have more. Okay. Do you want to know Novota's character, Vampire Diaries? I haven't seen that. I assume it's very interesting. All right. So let's just move ahead then. That's great. It's so emotional chaos. Let's just understand that. It's not just big drama wala thing. It can be a loop of on again and off again relationship, and constant texting and then fighting and then ghosting cycles, or just the feeling of walking on eggshells around anyone you are in a relationship with, or doesn't have to be a romantic one, can be with your parents as well, can be with your friends as well, right? Yeah. So emotional chaos, that is just repeated drama, intense highs and then intense lows, basically very unstable, right? For example, repeating the same fight, and then feeling addicted to the makeup moment, just being stuck wo rush pe. Exactly my condition. Thank you for sharing that. I hope this workshop helps you. Basically, it's like you're in a relationship where it's either like fireworks or ekdam radio silence. There is no middle ground. There's no safety and there's no, groundedness. Or when someone says, I hate you and then I can't live without you in the same hour. Sounds like very Bollywood plot, right? Well, it's just emotional chaos. And I hope we're clear with what emotional chaos actually is. If you guys have any questions, you guys can raise your hands and I'll give you guys some space. All right. So let's talk about why chaos actually feels addictive. Uh, like, why do we get hooked on this, right? So imagine your brain is like this, squirrel with a smartphone. It's constantly scanning for stimulation. Okay, you seen a very rabid squirrel? It's like text chahiye, argument chahiye, anything that gives like a hit of dopamine. Dopamine is just that rush wala feeling. Now, emotional chaos gives your brain a chemical rush. The fight with your partner, the anxiousness कि रिप्लाई के लिए वेट करना, the apology, the love bombing after the fight कि इतना बड़ा fight किया, said everything disrespectful and there was like, oh, I can't live without you, I'm sorry, and this and that, I shouldn't have said that, but it's a cycle, right? Your brain is like, oof, dopamine, and it's painful, but it's familiar, and familiar means addictive, right? So basically, this is the nervous system stuck in survival mode. Highs are like very high and lows are very low. It's like a roller coaster that you didn't even buy a ticket for. Now let's just see how we can cut it off, right? So basically, again, that the reward circuit in the brain doesn't differentiate between healthy intensity and toxic drama, right? So emotional chaos can become a chemical loop, even if it's like painful and it feels strangely comforting. This is how you get addicted, right? There correlation hota rehta hai of I'll explain it to you when we talk about the root cause of such thing, that why are you addicted to such thing, right? So again, there's a root cause. So basically, now the question is, where does this chaos ka addiction begin? So it begins with attachment styles जो हम लोग का बचपन में develop होता है. Like if you grew up with inconsistent love uh, from your caregiver, very immediate caregiver. Like sometimes mom or your any parent or caregiver was warm and sometimes cold. Yeah, yeah. You might crave intense connection and then chase it even if it's chaotic, right? Childhood में conditioning हो जाता है कि maybe love was shown through conflict, कि जैसे मम्मी बचपन में कहती हैं कि तुमको मारा because we love you and we care about you. That looks like a very little thing, but that's basically conditioning, right? The only time you felt notice कि मेरे पे ध्यान जा रहा है was after a meltdown. Like you weren't being noticed until unless you have this massive breakdown, rona dona, and bada sa reaction dena. Then everyone is like, "Oh, is this person okay?" So guess what? Brain basically just associates uh, love with drama. Like you're addicted to nicotine, cigarettes, and then you associate that with chai. Why is that a good pair? Because your brain has associated chai with cigarette. Now you are addicted to it, and you can't go without any one of those, right? You have to have both of these things together. So वैसे ही अगर love है तो chaos चाहिए, थोड़ा unstableness चाहिए, because that's how your brain talks about love. Oh my god, what just happened? Okay. So basically, we all carry emotional scripts. If your script says love is equal to unpredictability, you will keep casting people in that role, right? Even if they are wrong partners for it. So just exactly that, where it all begins. Emotional chaos, often a result of inconsistent caregivers, modeling of love as conflict or rescue, unmet emotional needs carried into adult relationships. So, the some self-reflection time. You don't have to share it in the chat box. Only if you guys wish to. Uh, just grab your notebook or notes app or anything. You can just answer it to yourself. What situations or people trigger emotional chaos for you, and how do you usually react? I'll just give you guys a minute or two. Just ask yourself or share it in the chat box. It's a safe space. And let me know when you guys are done. I get triggered when I feel abandoned. Mhm. I'm so sorry. That must be really exhausting for you as well. I did so much for you, but you do nothing. Uh, yeah, that does happen. Love and care shouldn't be so transactional, right? Can you give examples? Well, this is something very personal, but I can try. What situations or people trigger emotional chaos for you? Like, if, for example, I text my partner and they reply after an hour. And I lose my mind that, oh, what is this person doing? I feel abandoned, right? What if they're cheating on me? What if they're doing this? So basically, being away from my partner for a longer period of time triggers my emotional chaos. In this situation, I'm the emotional chaos, not my partner. This is the example. Yeah. Repetitive discussion about the same matter. Yes, that can be very exhausting. Mm, you're welcome. But think another side, he's busy. Right. When we are like very self-regulated and we are calm, it's easier to think of that, right? Yeah, this person must be busy. It's more about me and not about him. But when we are stuck in a chaos and we have such unhealthy attachment style, it doesn't obviously resolve हमारे अंदर. It turns into a chaos कि एकदम worse ही सोचना है कि नहीं busy नहीं होगा probably कोई लड़की के साथ होगा. Well, that's on our end, right? And we are here to discuss that, acknowledge, like make ourselves aware of that, and probably heal that. I've seen various fights and misogyny in my childhood, and now if anyone even raises their voice or show misogyny, I get much triggered. That's heavy. Well, yeah, that's you being conditioned. That's basically just projection, and that is very valid. Your defense, your brain is just in fight mode, right? That is just one of our coping mechanisms कि कोई कुछ बोलेगा तो उसके पहले ही उसको अटैक समझ के then we just put our guards up. High stress environment, of course. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing. I hope we can move on. Can we move ahead? Move ahead. Just give me a thumbs up. Non-assertive communication. All right. So here is another little activity. This is something that I would like to share with you guys. Basically, just like if you're comfortable, share one thing that comes up, like what keeps you in the loop. Think back, take your time on the past experiences, notice pattern in behavior, feelings and reaction. जैसे कि जो example I just gave right, कि I realized I pick fights when I feel insecure about being abandoned, like the example version of me did, कि I felt abandoned, so I just started a fight. So is there anything that you, there a pattern that you are stuck in or your partner is stuck in, and something that you guys would like to share? Just take your time. The chat box is open. Clarity. Can't seem to change patterns as old patterns comfortably. Yeah, yeah, we did discuss that, right? We run towards such toxic things because the fire seems familiar, right? But in the end, it is fire. I try to change people, so I know that they will not change. I know it feels like you have to gain some control over your reality, but there's insight, right? They can't change, and I hope this is a pattern that you can work on, and I hope this workshop helps you to at least be aware of that, because insight is obviously and definitely the first step. Mm, Sloop feels toxic, but it's familiar. The healthy way is unfamiliar and uncertain, therefore, the fear of unknown. Ah, yes, that is actually very insightful and valid. But the toxicity is so unsafe and is just hurting us consistently. uh, वही shift हटाने के लिए we are here, right? Because self care and healthy patterns will be heavy in the beginning, but in the long run, uh, उतना affect नहीं करेगा, right? Seeking closure that may never come, waiting for someone else to explain, apologize, or understand you. This is something very valid and very relatable. We have to understand that closure comes from within. इंटरनल क्लोजर जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होता है देन एक्सटर्नल क्लोजर. द मोमेंट वी लर्न टू रेगुलेट आवर इमोशंस बेटर, it really helps us to be like, oh, I don't need this person ka answer or any explanation. I think my experience is enough to let me know that this book should be closed. Aware, I am just need to be more mindful making patterns. That's great. You're so self-aware and you're ready to help yourself. That's great. What is abandonment? Well, I'll just give you an example. Rakshita, like when you are in a relationship, can be anything or someone you expect some care from, and they do not meet your needs and they just leave you, and they don't acknowledge your emotional needs and physical needs or anything. Well, that is something, that is a feeling of abandonment. uh, Rejection versus abandonment. Well, rejection is something that you are asking for, and the person just denies giving it. And then abandonment is not even acknowledging what the needs are, and then just going away, right? I discussed and share my thoughts with him. Hmm. Rakshita, see when someone leaves you. Yeah, thank you for answering that, Vija. I get triggered when someone is not sensible and being mean while feeling it's their right. Hmm. So other people's entitlement can be triggering, of course. Makes sense, definitely. Thank you so much again for being so open and trusting this platform to share so much with me and everyone here. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move on. Thanks so much. All right, great. Thank you so much again. So here we'll just discuss a bit more about passion versus chaos. अब दोनों में difference क्या है? Passion is just healthy excitement और chaos क्या है वो भी discuss करेंगे and then side by side compare करेंगे. If you guys have anything else to add, obviously the chat box is open. Rakshita has something to say. So, not being seen and heard can be abandonment. Even trying to control people around according to your needs can also be abandonment. Even trying to control people around according to your needs, well, that is again not solely abandonment, but it's entitlement that I want things to function my way because मुझे control चाहिए मेरे life में because there are few parts in my life that I don't feel in control of. This is also again just bad experiences and a response that your brain is wired to. Nothing to be ashamed of. Um, all right. Yeah. Yeah, Rakshita.
Basically, I asked it because many a times we get confused between rejection, entitlement, and
Mm-hmm.
abandonment. Because rejection is
Mm-hmm.
still fine, but abandonment and entitlement are not. So
Mm-hmm.
we get. I usually get confused between those things. So that is the reason why I had a.
All right. Well, did I answer your question? Also, we have a lot of my colleagues here. All too many therapists around us. So I, in the end, I'll just name them. And if you guys need it, you guys can reach out to them. But Rakshita, did we answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, sure. If somebody can drop in an example in the chat box, it would be great.
All right. We can get back to it again at the end of the session. All right.
Sure.
All right. So we were talking about passion, healthy excitement. Well, let's just bust some myths. Passion is just excitement. Respect and space for growth. Fights are constructive, not destructive. Like there are few fights that we indulge in where our goal is to oh wait, oh I think my voice is breaking. Hmm, let me fix this, just give me a moment. Is it better now? All right, great. Mm, all right, so I'll start it again. I think I wasn't very audible before. So yeah, the passion, healthy excitement is basically just grounded connection with emotional safety. Consistency feels reassuring and not boring. Secure attachment basically no chasing or fixing, and there's like mutual respect and space for growth. Fights are constructive and not destructive. Like I was giving the example of, when we fight and the objective and the main goal of fighting just becomes about us winning and not what the fight was about, which was supposed to make our partner understand that this is the issue that I am facing and you need to understand that. So there's none of that. And the nervous system feels calm and open and regulated. You're not एकदम फाइट या फ्लाइट या ऐसे एकदम डिफेंसिव मोड में, लाइक आई हैव टू प्रूव समथिंग, आई हैव टू डिफेंड माई सेल्फ, आई हैव टू डू दिस, एंड you feel energized. The relation is not draining, and the trust is like built over time. So I'll just give you I give you two cases. Like Tara, pehle case number one, Tara and Arjun have a deep, fun conversation. They disagree, but they resolve things with respect, right? And there's trust, and this feels maybe a little bit boring. Okay. And then case two, Maya and Karan. Sparks fly and fights are explosive, and then makeups are so intense, but there's lying, walking out, and then coming back. Now, which one feels more like a chemistry to most of us? I'd like an answer in the chat box. First one. I am glad. I am glad. Yes, it is the first one, right? Because the first one is long term. Case one is just love and passion, and case two is just drama disguised as love. Case one feels so peaceful, doesn't matter if it's boring. Exactly, right? And all of us deserve to have such passionate relationships. And then chaos, here comes chaos, which is basically just toxic intensity. The highs are highs and the lows are very low. There's emotional roller coaster, unpredictability mistaken for spark, कि इतना push and pull होता है, we take it for exciting. There's insecure attachment, again push and pull, hot and cold. कभी बहुत भाव दे रहे हैं और कभी बिल्कुल भी भाव नहीं दे रहे हैं. वैसा dynamic is just a sign of insecure attachment. And there's like constant power struggle and ego clashes कि आपने मुझे हर्ट किया, अभी अभी नेक्स्ट मेरी टाइम है टू हर्ट यू, एंड देन आई मेक श्योर आई डू इट in a crazier manner. And then anxiety feels like chemistry. We talk about, oh, butterflies in our stomach. That's anxiety. You should feel calm around your partner. That's anxiety. That's not chemistry. And calm feels boring or unsafe, like someone mentioned in the chat box. It's like it was so calm. The first relationship, the case was like so calm. The nervous system is hyperactive, fight flight mode पे है, and feels addictive but exhausting. आप झगड़ा कर रहे हैं, आप ब्रेकअप कर रहे हैं, आप फिर पैचअप कर रहे हैं, फिर अगर आपको लग रहा है कि आपके पार्टनर like doesn't have that much emotions for you, they don't love you, so you start a massive fight, or they start a massive fight just to prove their head कि oh, this person is willing to fight for me, matlab the love is still alive, right? And so addictive, but it's so exhausting. In the end, both of you get exhausted, right? Vijaya mentioned, I think in chaos there's also a thing of trauma bonding. Can you give your views if you agree or don't agree? Of course, I agree. Trauma bonding is just, if both of you guys have insecure attachment styles, and both of you guys are chasing this dopamine ka rush in an unhealthy manner, that is trauma bonding only, and that is chaos. So, over identification with drama as love. Like we have this, Bollywood wala mindset. कि chase करना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, then it's love, and then it's like so real, right? So let's move ahead. with this little exercise. Now let's give our brain something that it rarely gets nowadays, which is stillness. We are going to have a thank you for your speaking. Oh, you're welcome. We're going to do a short mindfulness practice. If you've never done it before, don't worry. You don't need to clear your mind. You just have to be present. All right. Can we start? Just give me a thumbs up. All right. So I want you guys to just listen carefully and sit in a comfortable place. Then I'll just start my script. All right. Let's just begin. Now sit comfortably, feet on the floor, hands resting gently. You can close your eyes or keep them soft. Now take a slow breath in, pause, and out. Pause. Now imagine your brain is a snow globe, the one with the glass and the little snow inside, the one that moves and everything is just part of stuff, right? All day long. Thoughts, worries, fights, emails, inconsistency. Just shake your snow globe up. Just imagine it. Well, we label that as chaos. But right now, at this moment, we're setting the snow globe down. Just keep the snow globe down. With each breath, imagine the snow gently settling, one by one, little sparkles settling. No need to force anything, just watch the flakes fall. If a thought comes up, what to eat, something someone said, just say, not now. I'm just letting the snow settle. Then come back to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Now bring your attention to your body. Notice your shoulders. Are they tense? Just let them drop. Just a little. Notice your jaw. Unclench it. Feel your feet touching the ground. Stay silently. I am here. Just for these few moments, you don't need to fix anything. You don't need to impress anyone. You're so safe in this breath. Take one more deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. I'll give you guys a minute, and then if you guys are done, just give me a thumbs up. All right. So, how did that feel? Peaceful, boring, annoying? You guys can mention it in the chat box because all of these feelings are valid. Soft, relaxed, peaceful. All of these feelings are valid. Felt anxiety yet relaxed. Very valid. All right, but this is what calm actually feels like for some of us. It can feel weird if you're like used to emotional chaos as the norm, right? So this was just a mindfulness reset. We again have we now have a little ad break before we continue with it. You guys can sip your water or use the loo or just share anything if you guys want. So just like exactly, just like on YouTube, this is just the ad for you to do anything you guys would like to do. And I talk about our organization, which is Mind Drive, where we actually provide one-on-one counseling. One-on-one counseling is personalized, confidential session between a client and trained therapist. It has personal growth, gain insights into your thoughts, behaviors, and emotion. There's problem solving in therapy, addresses specific issues such as anxiety, stress, and there's goal setting. Like we set goals which we want to work towards, and there's counseling misconception. Counseling is for like only one who are sick, and the reality is counseling is for anyone who wants to be their best version, better relationship or friendships or academic success or career advancement, right? Emotional regulation doesn't harm. A decent emotional regulation. uh, this is a little slide about why I choose my drive. Mm, Also, the first session are for 99 rupees only with all our counselors. Uh, and if you guys have any question and if it's urgent that you guys need to have a session, just feel free to contact us. Now, are we back? This was a very short ad break, which I wasn't very much prepared for. Hmm. So we have a little boundary setting thing. Let me know if you guys are back. Just give me a thumbs up, all of you. All right. So now we know what emotional chaos is, what healthy relation is, what calmness is. Now we learn about how to have, boundary setting. Now boundaries are limits we set to protect our emotional, physical, and mental well-being. They define what's okay and what's not okay in relationship, and also it's like very personal, right? It doesn't have to be according to other people. So core practices of boundary setting are knowing your limits. Start with yourself. The day you start with yourself, you start to have boundaries. Kanvi said, I need it seriously. Yeah, I think we all do, and it's very much okay. I'm glad you were aware of your needs and wants. That's great. And we have to generally start with ourselves. The day we start practicing boundaries for ourselves, we can do it for others as well, right? Be clear and direct. Use calm and assertive energy. Expect resistance. Because obviously it's not in our control. Other people's emotions and behaviors are not in our control. What is in our control is our emotions and our behavior and our reaction, right? And if someone doesn't understand our boundary, it's very okay to make them be aware that it's not okay, and you won't be entertaining them. Stay grounded, follow through, and check in with your nervous system. Now, here are few. I have like three role playing scripts here that you just basically have to read it out loud with me or just anyone. There are three role plays about different situations. If the context resonates with you, let me know. We can just read it out loud. And here are a few examples of just boundary setting. So anyone here would like to volunteer and read it with me? It's okay. It's not a test. You just have to read it from the screen. But it's okay to say no. Rakshita has raised hand. Okay, all right. So, Rakshita, you can unmute yourself and you'll read the you part, and I'll be the friend. All right.
Okay.
So this
Okay.
So this role play is about saying no to emotional dumping. Context is a friend always calls to vent but never checks in on. Rakshita, you can start.
You, boundary setter. Hey, I really care about you and I want to support you, but I have been feeling really drained after our calls lately. I would love if we could check in with each other before diving into heavy stuff. Would that be okay?
Wait, I didn't know it was too much. I just needed someone to talk to.
I get that. I want to be there for you, but I also need space sometimes to take care of myself. Let's find a balance that works for both of us.
Right. Now you mark your boundary with your friend who basically emotionally drains you. Imagine doing this in real life as well. How would that feel for you, Rakshita?
I mean, I have tried these boundaries many a time, but with a very close friend, it seems like a transactional role in my head because sometimes I have experienced resistance in a very bad way in some bad experiences. So it felt like if I'm not listening to that person, then they'll not be there for me when I want to vent out or when I want to tell something which is really a crisis situation for me. So yeah, I do feel that what if that they don't listen to me when I am talking to them, if I don't listen to them when they want to.
I'm so sorry that you have experienced this, and thank you for sharing. But now it's like so obvious, and first of all, I'm actually proud of you for trying to set your boundaries, set your emotional boundaries. There are a million types of boundaries, and you try to set an emotional one. This can be draining. Well, one-sided relationship and help and friendship is also something that won't feed us in the long run, right? Now their reaction is not in your control, but what you do as a reply to their reaction is something that would be called as boundary setting, and which would be starting within yourself. Now you can be a bit distant, or and clearly you're not emotionally safe with this friend of yours, right? Now either this can be talked about or discussed over, like these are what my needs are. This can be, your relationship can be healed or fixed, or maybe it's up to you if you would like to uh, take yourself out of that situation where your emotional needs aren't met. All right, can we move to the second role play? All. Now, this second role play is about boundary in romantic relationship. Context is your partner keeps texting you constantly while you're at work. Now, who would like to volunteer? Social and Vijayapriya. I think social. I please let me know what your name is, so I can refer to you as that. I think they raise their hands. Pehle, Dvija, we can do the next role play with you. All right. All right.
Okay,
Please unmute
my name
yourself.
is my
Yeah.
name is Arsh.
Harsh.
Arsh, ARSH.
Harsh. All right, great. So again, you would be the boundary setter. Context again is your partner keeps texting constantly while you're at work. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey love, I noticed I get overwhelmed when my phone keeps buzzing during work. I want to stay connected, but I need to focus during the day. Can we check in during lunch or after work instead?
But I just miss you. I like talking throughout the day.
I get that, and I love hearing from you. I just need to protect my time and focus so I can be really present when we do talk.
All right. So, like, how would you? Is it something that? No, you don't have to answer this. If it's something that you actually resonate with, but is it something that you can do in your personal life outside this workshop as well?
Something I can do in my personal life, like what in a romantic relationship.
Yeah, could be that.
Yeah, I can. I think I can set a boundary, and I know how to, and I know the
All
pros
right.
and cons.
Mm-hmm. And how do you think that would feed you in long term if you have your boundaries set in your romantic relationships?
Obviously, it will keep my brain in a healthy position, and I'll save my time from wasting my energy uh, to make understand the other one that I am feeling this way, and it's not beneficial for both of us.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for volunteering. Now let's just go to the last one. So this is about family boundary. Context is a parent keeps pushing you into personal life and decisions. Dvija, Harshita, I can definitely get back at the end of the session. All right. Thank you for letting me know. Dvija? Yeah. Hello.
Okay, so I know you care and you want the best for me, but I need to make this decision on my own. I would appreciate if we could talk about something else for now.
But I'm just trying to help. You always think I'm interfering. Go ahead.
I know you care and you want the best for me, but I need to
Yeah.
make this decision on my own. Okay?
All right. Well,
Hello?
again, I'm just trying to help. You always think of interfering. Now, the next turn is yours.
Oh, okay. Means I thought you couldn't hear me. That's why.
It's okay.
Okay,
Go
I
ahead.
hear that and I hear that and I appreciate your concern. I am just asking for space to figure out things out in my own way that helps me grow.
Ever go through a situation like this where your parents interfere in your personal life and keep pushing decisions on you? And if you're able to set a boundary with them, how would it feel for you, Dvija?
This is like a very common thing for me, right? And setting boundaries with my parents is quite hard, and I think I'm still trying to do this. It feels very relatable, this role play actually. So I don't know, maybe I am still trying and I'm still figuring it out.
Well, thank you for sharing. A trying person is everything. I hope you have a better relation with your parents, and I really hope you feel safer and better. Thank you so much for volunteering. Now, shall we move ahead? Just give me a thumbs up. Right. Now, again, this is a visualizing activity. Basically, just rewiring your idea of love. We'll basically be imagining what I think someone has unmuted themselves. Hmm. Great. We'll just imagine what a secure relationship looks like, a connection looks like, and the reason why this matters is because many of us know love only through chaos or inconsistency. That is why we're here. Uh, so to choose peace, we have to be able to imagine it first, right? अगर पता चलेगा a little bit hint also, okay, this is what it feels like, then we can, start to, uh, push ourselves to put ourselves in that situation and choose better for us, right? Now, let's just take the visualizing activity. Uh, Tuja, can you please mute yourself? All right. So, just everyone, if you guys are ready, just give me a thumbs up again. All right. So, take a deep breath in and breathe out. Close your eyes again. Now, imagine a relationship, not necessarily romantic, but it feels calm and connected and safe. Now, just ask yourself, what does it look like? What's the tone of your voice? If it's gentle, or if you're yelling in your imagination, or if it's like really calm in your body and your throat doesn't hurt, and just imagine how they respond to you when you are upset. Are they defending themselves, or if they're just there for you, listening to you, acknowledging? Now we are imagining a really safe connection here, where your feelings are met, where you're heard, and you matter, and your boundaries are also respected. Notice the feeling in your body. This is what nervous system safety feel like. It's not loud, it's not chaotic, it's soft, it's steady, and it's grounded. You are cared for, you have energy, you are not exhausted, you are heard, and you are loved passionately. Now take a deep breath in and a breath out. Leave a sigh. All right, now you guys can open your eyes. Now, anyone wants to share what came up during the visualization? You guys can unmute, raise your hands and unmute yourself, or write it in the chat box. Was unable to focus. Oh, it's okay. I'm so sorry. I understand one workshop doesn't heal anything, but thank you for joining. Thank you for showing up. It's a step, right? Anyone else would like to share anything? What came up? Rakshita, go ahead.
Most of the things that was coming was like a chaos, but somewhere at the corner, it was the connection that I have with my mom, especially when I was really young. She was always there. She was passionate. She used to love to do things selflessly for me, and even I used to like to help her. So that is what came to my mind when it came to calm love.
Thank you so much for sharing. That sounds nice. I hope someday we experience that again, get to feel all of it. Felt unreal but happy. Well, I hope in future it starts to get real. I hope we can focus on ourselves first and choose better relationships. I think Shruti had asked me another question. We can definitely answer all of these at the end of it. All right. Anyone would like to share anything else? Go on. Or Q&A and sharing time. Now I'll answer. And our co-host Nehal, she is a very competent and great counselor as well. You also feel free to answer some of these questions and take space. So Shruti asked, what do we do if we understand all of this and try to move towards healthy relationships?
I wanted to discuss the same question that I'd asked for rejection
Mm-hmm.
versus abandonment versus entitlement, which I wanted an example for that. So,
Well, rejection is rejection is basically you asking and it your needs it may be emotional or physical or mental or financial anything, your needs are being just straight up rejected and you are not being prioritized, right? And the person is choosing themselves continuously or choosing other people over you. That's just them rejecting your uh, your needs and your wants. Entitlement is okay, my needs are more important than yours in all contexts. Now abandonment is you not being heard and your there is no space for you to come up to that person and actually share because they have not created that space for you to actually be yourself and talk. So that's just abandonment. Did I answer your question?
yeah, yeah. As far as I have read about that, somewhere
Mm-hmm.
abandonment and entitlement are like they do
They do
have an
overlap, right?
intersection. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have experienced that, and somewhere
Mm-hmm.
it was like whatever I expressed as a concern wasn't that it was just listened at that point of time, and I was made to feel like yeah, this is sorted. But at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, when my emotions were heightened because I my tolerance limit was gone, so when I expressed it in terms of an anger, it was all reverted back to me, telling that I am the one who is angry, and I hurt that person. And even though my intention was not to hurt that person, it was just that frustration of not being answered or not being heard and seen, or my needs were not met.
Mm-hmm.
But it came back to me telling that I'm the one who is asking too much. I'm the one who is like this, like that, etc., etc. So then, when I found out what it was exactly, it was both. It was that abandonment and entitlement. So, I mean, yeah,
I'm so sorry. That must be really exhausting to experience all of that. Again, thank you for sharing across. Well, I hope you are in a better space, and I hope, if not, I hope in the future you are in a much safer space.
yeah,
And
yeah. Because I think I would like to add on one more point because
mhm.
yeah, I was in a very bad space for a very long time, but after
Okay.
taking therapy, after understanding my own self, and I'm still working on myself. I feel that I'm a work in progress. I feel better. I feel that okay, this is the reality that I have. If that other person is not able to see that, I think I wouldn't waste my peace of mind over explaining anything to anybody.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so, so proud of you. I'm so happy for you that you're getting therapy, you're getting help. Sometimes we need a little push, ना थोड़ा सा support चाहिए, professional या anything, social support. I'm so happy that you're getting that and you have the privilege to actually have that. So proud of you. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, and sorry
And
for I have one last question. Uh,
don't apologize. Of course, go ahead.
yeah, so is it possible for us to get out of this kind of trauma bonding and all? Because if you have been in that for a very long time, even your brain gets
Mm-hmm.
used to it, and it's automatic. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a control over it. But I'm trying to work on that. But sometimes I do feel, if, is it even possible in the future for me to, feel safe within and come out of the chaos and that trauma bond?
Well, according to me, I totally believe that it obviously is, and a trying person again is everything, and the first step to healing is having insight and awareness of what's going on. The day you are able to differentiate कि अरे ये तो problem है, obviously you will be able to make better decisions for yourself. And if you're sitting here and you're telling me that I took therapy, I felt better, and I was in a very bad situation before, if you can come so far, then we can obviously hope and imagine for you to have a much safer space to be in mentally and physically in the future as well, right? Of course, you can actually cut it off. Addictive patterns can be broken, and it takes time, it takes energy, and it takes a lot of relapse and healing and this and that and external help, but it is possible.
Thank you so much for answering that.
You're welcome. Anything else anyone else would like to share or ask? Thank you so much for the session, and your voice is so sweet. I'm sorry for the part when I guess due to my network issues, I thought you didn't hear me. So that's sweet. It's me for the third. You're welcome, and do not apologize. It's okay. These things happen. It's an online workshop. Just let me switch the device. My mic is not working. All right, not an issue. Thank you so much, Riza, for such a adorable feedback. Thank you for this wonderful, wonderful session. It's really amazing. You're welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Wait, I have another slide left. Wait. All right. The last thing was, I think Kanvi will be joining back. So, yeah. Uh, we can wait on this slide until she joins back. But I'd like to ask you guys, what's one thing that you'll try differently after today? You guys can add it in the chat box. What's the one thing you try differently after today? You guys can give it a thought. Take your time and then answer.
That would be being conscious about setting boundaries.
That is great. And who else raised their hands? Go ahead.
Hi. I think the amount of addiction I have to social media and the seeing what others are doing or the highs and lows attached to that media, that I would do better.
That is great. That is great. Thank you for sharing. Make a list of Sanjana said, make a list of people and build boundaries for my survival. That sounds like a fun start. Shruti mentioned understand my triggers and try to react differently. And most importantly, having the courage to move towards healthier place even if it feels unfamiliar and uncertain. I'm so proud of you. This is really heartwarming. And good luck. I'm sure you'll be able to do that. Arsh said to be more mindful. That's great. That's a start. That's a lovely start. So that's all you guys have to share. Give me a thumbs up if it's all done. If you guys don't have any other questions. All right. Can you go back to the boundary setting? Yes, yes, I can. The first one, right? Yeah. So it was about saying no to emotional dumping. A friend always calls you
Not,
to vent, but never checks in.
sorry
Which
to
one then?
interrupt you. Even
Yeah.
before that,
This is the first one. अच्छा so boundary setting wala the entire
yeah, that
four
theory
practices.
part is it.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
all
Thank
right.
you.
So you want me to read it out loud?
I I just wanted to write this down.
Okay, you can take a screenshot.
Thank you.
Alright, should I move ahead? Can take that as a yes.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. All right. Thank you very much for joining, you guys.
Yes,
Really
I
great
have a
session.
question. My
Yes, yes,
mic
of
was
course. Go
not
ahead.
working actually in the other device. So, like, I'm very bad at setting boundaries. So, can you please give me a scenario at like with parents, with friends, and with loved one, with the partner?
All
A
right.
scenario. I know it is a very long question, but I need it. So, if you can
Hmm.
explain with the example in three scenarios, that would be really grateful.
Of course, I can go back to that again. First, let me just uh, say bye bye to the people who are leaving.
Sure, sure.
Um, uh, yeah, thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome, Rakshita, CG, Sanjana. What's self care activities for the workshop? Well, to have some insight and take care of yourself, set boundaries, and that's totally up to you what you take away from this workshop. I'm taking this lesson from you, Shruti, and work on myself. That is so great. See, I love this already. All right. Hey, that's really nice to feel more power to you. Aw. All right. You guys feel free to leave. If you guys have any question, you guys can wait back. Thank you so much, Chetra. You're welcome. Thank you for joining, everyone. Yeah. So Kanvi had asked to just give me examples. I think that's the same thing we had in our role plays, right? That if a family member or a parent keeps pushing into your personal life, this is something that you can actually use in so much flattery. Oh my god! Thank you so much, everyone, and a sweetest host. Thank you so much. Take care, you too. All right. So going back to this, well, if a parent keeps pushing your boundaries, this is something you can actually use in your real life. Like if they're like interfering, what you're doing, this that, just basically helicopter parenting, and dissecting every move you do and trying to control everything you do. This is something that you can start from. Like I'm not aware of what kind of relationship you share with your parent, but if you feel safe enough and if you have the space, you can see that you can acknowledge that you're aware that they care about you and they want the best for you. But you have to also mention that listen, mummy or papa, whatever it is, I can make this decision on my own, and this is a little boundary that you can mark. And if it's still crossed, you can mention that you appreciate the concern. You can obviously make your boundaries while being kind to your parent or anyone that you share a relationship with, and just make it clear that you're just asking for space to figure things out in your way and why you're asking for it. ऐसे नहीं कि बोला तो कर. You have to mention that because it will help me grow, or because I need this, because I will learn from this, right? And what else did you want to
Uh,
discuss?
the friends and your partner.
Acha, all of them. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Actually, I'm not good at it, so I need a revision. Actually, I don't want you to
okay.
do the slide one only. You can just make me explain, like from your own example, which, like, if
Acha,
you
acha.
can. Yes, yes. मतलब that will be more reachable to me. That's why.
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है. So let's take an example. I have a friend named Kanvi. I'm going to make you a villain in this one. So she does not respect my boundaries. She always reaches out to me when she has to. टॉक अबाउट हर इश्यूज कि घर पे ये चल रहा है, मेरे बॉयफ्रेंड के साथ ये चल रहा है या गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ ये चल रहा है, एंड नेवर आस्क अबाउट मी. एंड व्हेन आई से कि कन्वी आई एम नॉट डूइंग ओके, they they're like yeah, but I'm going through this, right? So in such situation you have to mark your boundaries कि hey, मुझे आपको सपोर्ट करना है definitely because I care about you, but this is how I feel. मुझे like convey I'm not in the space to provide you what you want right now. एंड अगर आप मेरे से पहले पूछोगे कि अगर मैं अवेलेबल हूँ कि नहीं आपके ट्रॉमा डंपिंग सुनने के लिए, तो वो बेटर रहेगा, राइट? And if they don't respect or they overreact, that's upon them. That's totally up to them. And then you just have to, make them be aware that you understand their perspective, but I need you to understand mine as well. सो एंड लेट देम नो कि अगर आपको बैलेंस ढूंढना है बीच में तो ठीक है, अगर नहीं ढूंढना है तो प्लीज आप किसी और का एनर्जी सब करो. So the second one with partner was chalo I'll just see who else is present here. Hmm. Let's I'm late. Wait. I take it from the session, but I will work hard on myself with a lot of courage and so much so that nothing else will matter and would be more right for my decisions. I'm so proud of you, Vija Priya. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for sharing your takeaway. Really matters a lot. Bye. Also, getting back to this example, right? You need an example. So let's just say I have a partner, and let's just say I am that partner. I am that chaotic partner. So when my partner is working, I'm like constantly saying कि मुझे अटेंशन चाहिए, आप मुझे रिप्लाई क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, 1 घंटा हो गया, 2 घंटा हो गया, आप मुझे रिप्लाई क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, आई थिंक you're cheating on me, I think you're doing this, I think you're ignoring me, and blah 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 blah. So the partner can actually mention कि आपका टेक्स्ट रिसीव करने से मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, it's just I am busy and I have to prioritize my work when I am at work, राइट? और अगर मैं ओवर रिएक्ट करूंगी, नाटक करूंगी, नहीं आपके काम से ज्यादा मैं इम्पोर्टेंट हूँ, तो देन दैट्स माय लैक ऑफ comprehension skills and lack of healthy self-regulation, right? And they did mark their boundary and they were really kind about it. And yeah, that's it. And they just mentioned कि I need to focus on this. जब मेरा काम खत्म हो जाएगा, I'll get back to you, and then we can have a long talk, right? This is now in this situation my partner mark में उसका खुद का boundary, right? Did I answer your questions?
Yes, basically it is this thing that we should be clear, like we want this thing and we don't want this thing from that thing, and irrespective of if they feel that, we should obviously say no in a polite way, but we should not put ourselves back. But if I'm not comfortable in that situation, I should say no, or even if I'm feeling bad that I have told no, but I should be like that ki I have to give priority to myself, right?
हाँ, the middle part ढूंढना है. You can show empathy that you recognize their concern. You can also have self-respect कि I understand and I give you empathy, but मेरा भी needs है, and find a middle path कि जब मेरा काम हो जाएगा I will get back to you and acknowledge your needs as well. This is basically what boundary is.
Okay, thank you very much. I needed it really, and I would like to give you a compliment. I don't know, it was a topic that was required for me because I attend various workshops because I need to work on myself, right? I need to be clear, and then I would reach out to help in near future to Mind Tribe. So I attend group therapies also and workshop also. I don't know, the topic mattered to me, or it was I was aware, or I was a bit relaxed today. I was attentive at the, but you presented it with a very lively kind of thing. Like there was like आपने चीज भी कन्वे की, you had shown your personal impact also, like you are a kind of a lively kind of person, I guess, right? It
Thank you so
shows in
much.
your voice, like you are kiddish but still you are mature, मतलब कि I don't know if I'm explaining it nice, because that comes in your voice, like usually every person who is coming for the workshop or something, है ना, the moderator, वो थोड़े like serious होते हैं, but I was able to connect because of the topic, or might be because of your tone, or I was active, है ना, so that was a plus point in that. So and you were addressing everybody, है ना, so that
Thank you
was a
so much.
compliment, है ना, so keep going, that is good. So thank you very much
Thank
for
you
this.
so much. Your
Welcome.
compliment and your feedback was very valuable to me and it made my day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye. You too.